I mean, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe on Conti. Conti's kind of a map where you can get away with that. Maybe on Oasis, it's playable. That's doable. We're good to go. Draft is happening. Mario versus Vertex. First pick Phoenician, leaving Shang for Vertex. He's gonna insta pick up Minnow, probably for Inland, and grab Shang as well. Really strong civs there for Vertex. But Mario preferring the eco civs, Phoenician and Carth so far. Vertex getting the powerhouses, honestly. I mean, look at that Buffville. He's not there for a reason. Or he's not there for no reason. Yamato as well. Interesting maybe for Conti. Maybe for we saw Yamato do well on all the maps though so far. That extra Ville speed coming in clutch in several games already in the tournament. Now this is where Mario can get spicy, but this is gonna be a showdown. These are two really, really strong players. Mace is very interesting. I feel like a lot of people have taken Mace, but honestly, I feel like all the players that take Mace, they pick it last and then they lose before they get to use it. I just don't think that the top players are going to be taking Mace frequently, right? Um, but as the Civ list gets smaller, Mace gets more appealing, right? I mean, we're only leaving what 6 Civs untaken. Can see enemy before being seen as a must. Yeah, yeah, it's true. I mean, the vision is amazing. I'm just not sure it's like maybe I'm undervaluing it, but I just think strong play is better. He takes Sumerian, Persian, Hittite, Carth, and Foe. Interesting for Mario. No huge surprises here. Hittite probably going to be used on Inland against trying to counter the Minnow, but maybe you could counter the Hittite with like, I don't know. I guess you just have to go Minnow and hope you play better. I really like Mario's Sibs. His economies and defense are going to be really, really strong, as well as having good offensive prowess, whereas Vertex kind of has a more like mid-gamey lineup, you know what I mean? I mean, we'll see the rushes from Shang and Yam and Roman, but like Greek and Minnow, those are somewhat slower saves, right? So we'll see. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of these constant Greek selections. I just don't think it's like super important. Let me take off the timer. Sorry, it's up there. All right, let's go. We're in game. I'm in game. You're in game. We're all ready. Greeks are too tricky to play. Yeah, they're hard. They're hard to get right. They boom well, but it feels very mid game, right? Like you need TCs with Greek to really get to the good spot, and it just doesn't play well. Minnow vs Hittite as our game one. Okay, that's kind of the expectation. We saw this a bit earlier. No spoilers. We saw this earlier today, though. We won't talk about what won and what didn't in case you haven't seen it, but some spicy stuff. Mario and Vertex. Two such strong players, honestly, right? These guys are both so good. And we're about to start game one here. Hittite.
Yes.
Hittite
Start
for
the
Mario just
game
seems so tricky.
already.
We'll see how Vertex, how Vertex handles Minoan. I was about to say how Mertex handles Vinoan or something, I guess. All right, let's sit up and take a look at the game. We got Mario kind of on this north left side, north left. I keep doing that. I keep saying like north and left in the same sentences, and it's not working for me. This northwest side of the map, and Vertex spawning at 2 o'clock with Minoan in these beautiful Yellowville pants. No, I like the colors. Blue versus yellow is fine. I think that's a good matchup. The question is, Does Vertex have a chance here? Mario again, really wisely using these fish. He's gotten some really good maps on inland throughout the series, or the tournament, sorry. Grabs his berries. He's really close to the crossing. There is a second crossing down a bit a ways. We can check the mini map for those curious. There's, again, the two crossings, one here and one up here, right? And then there's a bit of deep sea here, a bit of deep sea there. Something to note is kind of the stone mines for Vertex are all in one spot, but they're pretty far away, so that's unlikely to be a huge issue. So not a lot to question. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. I feel like I feel like the map for Mario feels really exposed. If he gets rushed, I feel like his map is really bad. Like just looking at it, like your stones are in like really awkward spots. But maybe if you like play around the forest, it's better. Like maybe if he goes like 3 barracks on the hill, it works. But I'm not sure if that's good. Well, Vertex has a much more traditional map, but he's kind of playing Highland here. He does have access to the Southern Sea, a bit closer. With Minoan, he's looking to find that dock spot early, and he's starting to pull an elephant all the way across the map. It's going to be tricky for him, though. Gets a nice gazelle lure already. Whoa! And misses it there, but that's fine. Mario struggling with his gazelle lure as well, though, so it's pretty even there. As the elephant fails on its lure, Vertex going to be a little how do you say? Little nerves maybe coming into the first game here in the quarterfinals of the tournament. Mario still struggling with the lure. Ooh, this is gonna get tough, and Vertex got housed pretty badly. Still housed, still housed. Mario just becoming unblocked, but look at this. Vertex finally unblocks his production. Working on this Ellie lure. Has cost him a bit. Gets a nice pit up though, so he's gonna be in a decent spot moving into kind of our late Stone Age. What are these civ choices though? Often river in 1v1 Highland? Yeah, the river is pretty common nowadays on DE's generations. Civ choices? Well, Goldie, you know we have a draft for this tournament. I don't want to show it just now, but after this game, I can show you the draft that they had. And so they have to pick the civ. They have to pick the civ at for one map, basically. It's an exclusive draft. We can go over it after this game, if we want to talk through it. As Mario has an artifact on the north. I really like this pit. I really like the pit. Putting it in between two forests is really nice. It feels like you get the value of 2 wood pits early game. And you can wall it easier. So it's really smart play. Vertex just going for proximity. And the click time's going to be pretty late there for Vertex, right? If you look at that, 20 pop click, but at 7 minutes, you know, that's almost a full minute late. This is a 20 pop click for Mario at, it looked like it was like 6:30, maybe a little earlier. So also a little late though. Putting a single dock here, I guess he's looking to dock block fully, but that's going to be expensive early on in the game. And also, sadly for him, the fish here aren't great. There's the 2 on the north side of the crossing, but that's not a beautiful spot for him. As the elephants will go unused. Vertex. Yeah, and Mario just committed to the double dock block. I'm a little surprised by that. He's up. He's gonna instantly add a scout ship against Minoan. You really can't give up the sea, but This is spicy. I didn't even see this happening. Sorry, guys. Vertex already dropped a dock on the south, found some deep sea, so a really good dock spot. And I don't think Mario is gonna have that intuition here to send the scout ship around the south side of his map, right? He's gonna check out the river first, maybe go north, right? He's gonna go offensively with the scout ship. As it pops out now, we'll see where he ends up taking it. And the clubber will get in, denying this wall off. Let's see the upgrades. Slinger's just coming behind this, so the clubber is kind of a distraction, a bit of a bait. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was loud. As the clubber continues to try and deny the walls. Vertex just trying to. I love this. So he's bunny hopping these houses to try and stop walls from going down cleanly. It's not really gonna work. I think Mario is just gonna be able to wall it. Yeah, just barely manages to wall, but it's close. There's only 16 HP there, and it was open on the south, so this clubber did get through, but again, no upgrades on the clubber, as Vertex is going for like proxy slings here. It's gonna get a little spicy now. This a wall tile there is full HP, so it's not gonna be a great target. This one, he can just sack a bit of Vil HP for this. Actually, two really low HP Vils. They will go down, and more Vils will be pulled as the range goes down for Hittite. Hittite gonna have trouble with those slingers. Keep in mind, Hittite doesn't have access to slingers. And for that reason, they're pretty tough in tool-age rushes like this. The Bowman, with the extra damage, though, can do okay against that 2 Pierce armor, but it's tricky. Right, this clubber, not really much of a threat. He's just going to go bop, bop, just distracting Mario's economy. As do we have the scout ship coming around the south? Still no, as Vertex using the cheaper fishing boats for Minoan, getting a nice position for himself. His scout ship idle, his fishing boats idle. Mario clearly under pressure here in the early stages of this series. Vertex maybe looking to set the tone. But we'll see. When your bowmen do double damage to slings, it's pretty nice, but it's still not a lot. Going from 1 to 2 damage sounds really good, but I mean, the slingers do what, like 5, 6? No, they do 4. So they're doing 7 damage to you, and you're doing 2 to them. It's not a very fair matchup. A transport would be a really strong play here. I don't know if we're going to see it from Vertex. He's not queuing it up. Looks like he's just going to keep trying to pressure here with the slings. There's a stonewall tile here that is unbuilt that I'm struggling to click on. It's only got 140 HP left. And Mario's going to be in some trouble here. Let's check economies. Economies 29 to 28, so no really just yet, but I think it's going to grow as the bowman gonna. Oh, this is really problematic. The bowman cannot fight this. You're just countered. He's going to have to kill his own bowman here as well. As Mario on the retreat, going to try and wall behind, but he's going to lose 2 Vils maybe. 1 Vil definitely went down there fast as the bowman's struggling with this pathing, and Mario might just abandon them there. Not quite, as the barracks will be the new target for Vertex. Mario's little snafu with pathing is not the end of him. Where did that scout ship go? Scout ship just went up to the north, not really finding where this dock is. Gonna put Mario in a bit of a bind. So now the woodline still under pressure. Gets some good damage off. Gonna take down 1 slinger early. Not quite gonna mean too much here, though. That didn't make much sense what I just said, but I'm sure it made sense in my head. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Tricky, tricky, tricky. I think Vertex's rush is going to work here. I think this is going to be a breaking point. The houses are just awkward now. The bowmen on the hill just aren't going to do it. Ooh, this is going to be brutal. He could just tank it, take out these houses one at a time, and I mean, Vertex is just pressuring so well. This entire economy is idle. And now there's actually a house being relied on here. This house is about to go down, and now Vertex going to try and storm the hill. There's going to be a hole here once he kills this house. He's struggling. Nice micro though with the range upgrade for both players means that the bowman will outrange, and Mario getting some really nice hits in from the hill, getting even that bonus damage from the hill really, really well. Really, really well done. But Mario, in his moment of glory, ignored the fight on the south. The house will go down, and then there'll be an army in his base. And now a bit of a panic as the slingers push in once again. The bowmen forced to defend the exposed area. There's just a hole here. It's wide open, so the slingers can run in on both sides now. The fight for the hill is on. The slingers coming in, taking the hill both left and right. The vills being pulled on both sides. Neither side is going to be successful, though. Good choke points for Vertex. Vertex looking to take game one here in this best of 5.
Yes.
GG is called by Mario.
Yes.
Damn. That was intense. It started a little slow there, but Vertex really picked up the heat once he broke through that first side, and the bowman just not working, and it's tough. Hittite really doesn't like to play against slings like this, and it's tough, and this is why. You'll see a lot of players with Hittite trying to maybe mix in some axemen to disrupt the slinger play, maybe trying to be aggressive in their own right, or be sure they're full walled, right? But Vertex did a really good job pressuring there. Really, really nice stuff from him. And then we can go back to our draft in just a moment after I update the scoreboard. And we can talk about what this means because their draft is a little all over the place. And in a best of 5, I'm not really sure how you call it. It's not quite clear what all the strategy would be. A lot of it does come down to player preference in situations like this. But we do have in this situation Hittites going down to Minoan, which is a pretty good win for Vertex, but he did use his good water sieve. So game one's over. We're going to game two on Hill Country now, which is a land map, and then we have another land map. But then we go to Conti, which is another water map, and there you have to wonder what map Vertex is going to use there if it does get to a game 4. It's gonna be close. I don't know what civs are gonna pick next. For like, it's pretty open because we have both Hill Country and Highland. It's pretty hard to predict. Um, you have to assume what he's saving for Conti is what matters. Sumerian might just be for Oasis, or Phoenician is for Oasis. I feel like Phoenician, Sumerian, and Persian are for land maps, and Carth is for Conti. I think that's it. But we'll see. I'm not sure. Hmm. Not sure. But let's see. Yeah, these civs are weird here. I mean, I don't hate it, but he got wrecked with Hittite. Oh, that was rough for him. That was really, really rough. All right, let's go next game and see what is going on in game 2. See what they picked. They have to when they pick their civ, they message the admin here, Baltoon. Oh, I should get off yellow. Same colors, please.
Yes. Start the game
All right,
already.
we're good to go. So we have Shang versus Carth. This kind of makes sense. I'm a little surprised by the Carth pick now for Mario, but I'm guessing he just thinks he needs a reliable start. So let's dive in to their bases. The player starts Mario with Carth. It really doesn't matter what his start looks like. Carth is just so reliable. He's gonna have the berries. His Jags are fine for Carth. His Gazelle are perfect. Can't really complain about his map too much, except lack of elephants might hurt him, but he has a safe berry in the back. Really nice. Pretty easy wall offs on the front, and a big hill to work with his stone mines. So he should be able to play basically any style here. Vertex with Shang, though. Let's check out his map. Whoa. Pretty wallable on the front. Already finding one of the spots. Already finding one of the spots. His 2 elephants on the north side of this forest. Could be tricky to find, considering he's scouting to the left already. But it's good for him. Meanwhile, his gazelle, a little tricky. But his strags are to the side, so he'll be okay pushing those in. This is a nice map, I think, for Vertex. We'll see what he does with it. Last game he played really aggressive, but kind of like a sneaky in your like to the side aggression, more of like the proxy, not like the in your face axe rush, right? But we'll see. See. I mean, Vertex slow with the Gazelle already. Mario's already on top of it though. Mario finding the hill in front of his base already, and ooh, misclick on the Strag and Idleville for just a little bit of time. As now Mario, hmm, an interesting position. He's down 1-0 in the series. He's the higher seed, so you didn't expect that coming out of game 1. But I mean, it's Vertex, right? Vertex is just, an excellent, excellent player who's been just dominating for so long now on Team Legend. Just so good. But we'll see what Mario goes for. His Vil just messed up his whole lure. Is he just gonna pit the side here? I guess that's the value of Carth in this situation. Is he can just pit his Gazelle? You don't love to see it. His Stone Age has been really messy right now, actually. This is, ugh. I don't love what I'm looking at. We're going to check out Vertex. That's really messy for Mario. Is this AoE2? No, this is Age of Empires 1. Definitive Edition. What does Mario do to change? To flip the script here? I'm not sure. I think he's just going to engage in the Sling War, I guess. But maybe Vertex goes for another rush here. Just tries to disrupt that passive play. And Vertex going to spot the berries. Does Mario see this? This is a big moment. Vertex is just allowed to walk through the base. Did Mario completely miss? No, he saw it. He saw it. He's sending a Vil in pursuit, but it's a little late. It's a little late here now. Vertex might be able to set up shop somewhere here. I think Vertex is going to be allowed to. I think he'll be able to place like a house there and then the racks there, maybe another house. What was that noise? The lion, or was there a noise here? Can you hear my fan? If you can hear my fan, let me know. Vertex with the Vil on the left side of the base. Mario with really no presence on the right side of the map. Ah, yes, there's a lion growling. That's all there is to it. As now we have Vertex's on the north side. Not a lot going on just yet, but we'll see. The economy's important to keep track of. We're gonna have 19 pop versus 18 pop clicks. Vertex clicks now at 6:17, almost on time, but with 18 Vils, with Shang, that's a little late for 18 Vils. Mario's gonna get 20 Vils and click now. I mean, pretty good for Mario, all things considered, as he did spot the Vil now. That's a big move. He knew there was a threat in the back of his base, and he found the Vil. This is huge. So now Vertex quick walls the Vil behind him, and he's gonna escape to the north, but that's further and further away from Mario's economy. We might see the racks dropped right here, right? Surely. He's gonna try and hide. Oh, he comes back. He comes back. Big moments, big gaming moments. That was really hype, guys. That was, I'm just kidding. I did like a, you can't see me when I do that move, but I did like a hand gesture with that, and it was really funny in the moment. You guys just couldn't see it, so it didn't really like portray. Like, I'm guessing audio-wise, that joke didn't land, but I laughed. I had fun. So now Vertex with a second fill forward with Shang really wants to commit to this. You know, like you didn't see it. I can't explain a hand gesture. Mario just already abandoning his base, gonna go to the wood line in the back, maybe? Not sure how much I like that. He's gonna spot the 2 racks though. As the first clubman comes out, and once again, Mario's just going to be on the back foot at the start of the game. And I think Vertex just playing more aggressively is it's just going to work for him. I'm not sure what Mario's plan is here. He's going to try sling defense, but Vertex is on top of his stone. So the sling count is completely limited unless Mario's thinking, no, Mario's queuing up slings. Like this is super problematic for him. Vertex has the Axeman upgrade, has the armor up. No armor upgrades. Actually, these Vills will both just absolutely get rinsed. The Axers have no upgrades, so he could just fight them with Vils, and he will do so. Get some really good hits in. Still no armor on the way. Vertex may be a little bit of a misplay here, not getting the armor upgrade, but committing against so many Vils. It's a lot of idle time, so economically it's pretty worth it. But if you run out of food and the Vils are alive, the rush doesn't work. We'll see. As the stone is still being camped, it's going to be really difficult for Mario to get enough units out. Carth, though, notably has that 50 extra stone at the start of the game, so they can go that a little bit longer without going to the stone, and still no armor upgrade, so he takes even more damage from the Vills. Mario with great micro so far. 2 of those axemen at basically no HP, and here comes a big assault now, but now there's 4 slingers, and now he walks into the house wall, has to run around the side, takes a lot more free damage, and now another house wall on the side, and this is starting to look really good for Mario. If he's just able to hold this spot, he won't really get this. The sling takes a good amount of damage. A problem for Mario is going to be when these berries run out. We'll see what his game plan ends up being. But Mario has 6 units in queue. He's going to get house, which will be problematic for him. But he can push out pretty soon against these slings. The attack upgrade is in now. The defense upgrade is in now for Vertex. So fully upgraded Axeman leading the charge of this rush. As he struggles with his food transition at home. Remember, he went up on only 18 pop, which isn't very much. Floating 3 engine wood instead of food never feels great here either. Looks like he's moving out to some berries on the south side of his map. Meanwhile, in the north, just going to keep running around, making sure he doesn't go to stone, and killing the houses that were built earlier in the game. And now Mario, his production going to be stopped for a brief moment while he builds his house. It's a good move for Vertex here, as we're going to need to see a bit of a play here. Something's going to have to give. I think you almost have enough slings to move out. Mario's thinking the same. I think he can take this fight. He's got enough. He's got the upgrade, and the rush didn't shut down the food production. And at this point, it's do or die for Mario, right? He's got to get access to stone now. Maybe this Vil could find a stone mine in the middle of the map, but both of the neutral stones are on the north side of the map up here, way north of Vertex's base. And Vertex gonna try and take the engagement with the Axemen. Remember, 2 of them were really hurt. One of them just went down. I think that was... No, so now there's 3 hurt Axemen here. The 2 slingers that were chased away, able to regroup. This is critical for Mario, as he's now going to look to move out and grab some more resources. Get a little more map control for himself. Maybe start adding more food income somehow. 2 farms way on the left here, as Morville's pulled towards his main economy. And now, instead of going for the stone, Mario is trying to go on the O. Trying to go on the offensive feels dubious to me. A big Vil transfer over to the extra berries there makes some sense. And now Mario carefully considering what's it going to be. He's sending his Vils to the slaughter. Oh boy. Is he going to turn around in time? This is going to be painful. Ooh. They were told to go get stone, and keep in mind, there's no army at home anymore, and no slingers in production for Mario, so if his army's on this side of the map, doesn't he lose the game? I don't understand. Doesn't he just lose now? How does he win a base trade? I mean, his base is so compact, he has no army production. Vertex might just move in on this soon. Berries on the left. Yeah, Vertex knows he's on the stone, so he knows the production is in his favor, so he's just taking his time. Meanwhile, the attack is in. Mario getting spotted instantly, but Vertex gets caught. Vertex tries to run away to the north, but into some waiting slingers, and now the economy for Vertex is in trouble. But back at home, Mario, trouble in paradise. His base about to be assaulted. He has no way of defending it. It's only going to be death and running. Both players, though, fully evacuating. 3 vills on food there. Has a nice pit to the south here that's going to be tough for Mario to spot. Mario did find a stone mine on the left, and now he's pulling his whole economy, or sorry, his whole military back home, chasing these vills down, as now the slings move in. This is going to be a problem here for Mario. Mario maybe going to have to tech into, I don't know, Axeman, something that you can actually make. Uh, this seems, I'm so confused. He's not making army. His stone miners are busy at work, so maybe he'll have enough for some slings, but he's going to get housed here in this little corner that he's made. He can make houses over here. He will do so. As now the slinger is going to have some free reign on the vills of the woodline. The woodline is going to go down. They're just all going to die. Where's the reinforcements? The slings from home, or sorry, the slings that were at Mario's base, at Vertex's base for Mario are now coming back. These vills are going to spot the 2 farmers over there. Oh boy, this is painful. There's nowhere for these vills to even drop off. They're just waiting for their death. They can't even drop off their wood. Mario doesn't have enough wood for a pit. So if he doesn't free these vills, it's GG. He needs to drop off wood at his town center or this storage pit. Or this storage pit, I guess. He has a wood pit there. He could move these vills over there. Never mind, I lied. It might not be as bad as it looks, because Vertex's economy is also on the run. Some vills had to leave and evacuate there. Looks like they all may have just died. There's only 3 vills up in the north, these elephants. Vertex, his economy isn't looking great. There's a couple slingers now defensively in along the wood line, as some of the axemen going to be taking some pot shots from the slingers behind this wall. This weird barricade that he's made, half of his economy is just completely idle. The slinger's going to get caught, or sorry, the stone miner's going to get caught by the slingers on the south side of Vertex's base as well. As now the slinger mass is just completely overwhelming. I don't know how Mario is holding this. It's just this really weird choke point that's working for him, as now these houses are built. These wood choppers are trying to drop off here. I mean, he could send some vills there, but he hasn't done so yet, waiting for the berries to dry up potentially. As honestly, this position is actually holding way better than I thought it would. He's got tons of slings. Like, he's just got a lot of slings in there. There's like 7 or 8 of them, and Vertex just can't take a good engagement. Maybe he needs to clear out the houses, which is looks like now is going to be the plan. These vills just idle. Oh, and Mario's going to find the hunt in the north. That's huge for him. He's been so active with his army. It's really impressive. As now, oh my gosh, those vills are stacked. And this is just so bad for Vertex. Losing another part of his economy. Let's check the KD. 20-5. I really felt like Vertex was in the driver's seat this game. But Mario somehow crawling back in this timeline. Granted, all these vills in here have been as good as dead, as now he's going to try and take a fight outside of his base. But there's way too many slingers there. This barrack delete might have been a mistake. No more production for him. He's going to fall back into this choke point. But now Vertex can pressure that. As Axeman find the economy there for Mario, he's going to have to run. Now his Vill's in trouble. Does find a way to drop off some wood finally, but he doesn't have any army here. Vertex just has more. And unless the position is really borked from the slingers walking around everywhere, it's just going to be good for Vertex. Now, maybe Mario can reinforce this with his raiders around the map. Maybe this works. But all these vills seem kind of dead to me, right? Unless he does some sort of like Axeman switch and pops out 2 Axemen there to try and buy himself some time. But now the slingers in the north get house walled out. Oh, stonewalled out. This is getting really spicy. There's a bit of a wood economy there. Some slingers catch the vills in the south. And now Vertex says the safest place for all my vills is right here. The safest place for my vills is at this these 3 barracks where my army is. And now, absolute slaughter in here. All the vills are going to go down. The army for Vertex finally overcomes this position. This held out way longer than I thought it would. What a crazy swing there. 32 pop for Mario, 34 for Vertex. Vertex with the eco lead. No, sorry, with the military lead. Mario with the eco lead, I'm pretty sure. Well, maybe not anymore after losing all those vills. And Mario, this is a really weird situation. If we zoom out, we can see, I think Vertex is going to be able to kill these slings. Unless that other group of slings from the south comes up, this is just going to be bad for Mario. He's going to have to evacuate, and now this economy will be safe for Vertex. Mario running right past the barracks as Vertex hunts him down. Really tough. Timeline just hopped in Vertex's favor once that position fell. Mario definitely feeling the pressure here. The berries still under his control in the south. Vertex slowly repopulating his base. He doesn't have a lot of food income. As another group of 4 slingers is popped, and Mario may have figured something out here. As he sends his slings again to Vertex's base. If he catches these 4 farmers, I mean, Vertex might be in a lot of trouble. This is his only food income. Like, if he keeps killing those, it's really problematic. And another wave of slingers going to run out to the right. Maybe a fight on the hill would be good for him. I like how they're just peacefully coexisting there. And he's going to run in under the wood line, but not get any kills. Going to actually alert Vertex to the ruse. And Vertex probably going to have to evacuate the farms, which he will do. And Mario will notice that. And now Mario going to try and reclaim his barracks. He's got still only 2/3 of the army here of Mario. Or Vertex, sorry. Vertex stacking a lot of stone now. The farm's completely abandoned again. These villagers are going to run south past this wood line again. And now this position's really weird. I don't really know what to think. Mario goes for a run on the economy again. Gonna maybe get a couple more kills. Does get one more Vil kill, and he's just gonna run left. Oh my gosh. Does he know that there's like eco here? Oh my gosh. He found it. And now Vil dies. Vil dies. 3 went down, and he actually has maybe enough slingers pretty soon. As he masses another group on the right here. Still denying the farms. That's huge for Mario here. Vertex, I think he had a chance, but now, really awkward. This is really going to come down to micro. The numbers look dead on. I'm trying to count 11 on maybe 14. If he takes the hill, it could be good, but if Vertex can queue up a few more units, it would be good. His stone miner's just unfortunate timing. Will just immediately die here. And now does Mario try and take a fight on the hill? Maybe trying to regroup? He's got another army to work with, but these berries are about to run out. And that will kind of be Mario's economy stalling a bit. Mario only has 2 units in queue. Vertex. So that's Vertex with 2 units in queue. Mario with 4 and 70 food in the bank. Vertex, though, still with the larger army. Actually, Mario technically has more on the map. Vertex is just more centralized. Timeline heavily in favor now of Mario. I think he's going to be able to make this work, although his food eco just ran out. Denying these farms has been huge. Vertex really not finding anything to work with as Mario gets caught out there. Vertex able to get some good hits in. These farms back in action now. The fight continues, giving up the hill, but going back to his reinforcements. And there you can see it. Mario has more units here. He could take this fight. He's going to take it with his production here. He could just take the engagement. He's going to try and fight this. He's going to go for it. This is going to be the game-ending fight, I believe. When this resolves, it's going to basically decide the winner here. Actually, I don't even know if that's true. Mario could probably afford to reinforce this. Vertex just can't. If Vertex loses this, I think it's over for him. 36 pop now to 48. A 12-unit lead. We'll see. Vertex is going to be holding the hill. Not a lot happening on the rest of the map. I'm checking it out. Some bills coming to the wood line there. And there's some jockeying for position. And these slings? No, the slings are still not here. Yeah, they're just taking out the TC. That's a really good call. And we have a bit of an engagement. Still brewing. It's on the horizon. But but Vertex really has no eco. Mario, look at that, still queuing up slings. Doesn't feel the pressure. Vertex just camping there slowly. He actually left the town center, so Vertex might be able to get back into the game. This hunt about to run out, and then there's really nothing. Oh, I didn't see this. Vertex actually got 6 farms up, which means he'll be able to start producing units again in a second. Yeah, he's producing again. Mario just gonna camp his base now. As Vertex kind of ran north with his army. He actually split his army. And he might try and find the economy of Mario, realizing he can't break Mario's defense here at the barracks. Mario gonna spot him in the woods. Really tricky stuff for Mario to navigate. How do you close this out? Normally, I mean, do you even risk stop producing units? I don't think so. Not at this stage. He's got no vills on food, just the 4. 3 farms, and then a 4th at his TC. Slowly remaxing his wood line here. As Mario potentially gonna find the eco. And he finds the eco here. Vertex looking to strike back on the economy. Doesn't see the vills here. They're gonna slink to the left now, evading death. The vills here, though, maybe not so lucky. 2 should go down. Only 1. Awkward micro for Vertex. Wasn't able to get that volley. Just needed 2 hits on that vill. The economy in the north still unnoticed by Mario. Mario navigating to this storage pit, though. Could find it. Mario navigating all over the map now, and you can just kind of see that they're both looking. They're both browsing, trying to find the opponents, and Mario in trouble, loses 3 farms, and he doesn't have a lot of farms left. Mario down to just 1 foodville. 66 pop. Is Vertex coming back? Vertex is up to 52. You'd think that with a 12 unit lead a minute ago, it would have only grown for Mario, but Vertex has kept it to just a 12 unit deficit. Do you say super slow scroll? Yeah, I put it really low when casting. Because if I put my playing scroll speed on, it's just like so jarring whenever I move anything. It's really hard for anyone else to watch. when I play, I put it way up. When I cast, though, I put it all the way down. And now we have my gosh, a fight here potentially. There's a fight at the bottom. We saw that. It was oh, well, we missed a bit of it. Mario slinking away as he takes the fight at the hills. Really tricky. Really tricky. Vertex gonna get a nice surround here, trying to clap the army of Mario. Mario taking a bad engagement. Vertex somehow has amassed a huge amount of slingers on this hill now, and Mario's gonna be in a bit of a shock here, trying to pull his army back from the south to reinforce. He's got units just all over the map, but not enough at home to defend, and Vertex, sensing his opportunity, strikes at the heart of Mario's food eco. It's just these vills. 7 on food for Vertex, 4 on food for Mario, and this is them. And Vertex gonna go in for the killing blow here. Another pump of slings comes out. Can Mario hold this? Slingers potentially finding eco in the north. Not quite, though. 5 vills getting chased to the left. Slingers taking an engagement on the right, though. Mario has the hill to use. And he's going to be using it well. I think with the hill he might be okay. No, Vertex just has too much firepower. Able to massacre this army. Now, this whole army was just AFK up here this whole time, by the way. Really rough for him. Mario running with his eco once again, so just when we thought we had someone leading, Vertex finds even more of the economy. Mario suddenly dropping down. in population down to 33 in Vertex, sitting pretty at 51 pop. What a swing! What a swing! Just when you thought Mario was looking to neutralize this game, Vertex comes striking back, and maybe now Vertex could be in a position to be up 2-0 against Mario in the quarterfinals. I mean, could this be what we're looking at? I'm not quite sure. Mario in trouble though. That's for sure. I know that. And there's another army at 3. It's not an army. It's just two units, two wood choppas. And we'll see how this engagement goes. Two slings will just die really early. At this point, the fights have been so long, and like the units have been strung around the map so much. It's hard to check all the HPs at once, but we can try to click through these really quick. Looks like a lot of Vertex's units are actually quite healthy. Recent recruits. They got fresh shoes. Mario, his HP is pretty good as well. Only a few hurt guys. But economically, right? Like, Mario has a larger army. The KD is super in favor of Vertex. But look at that swing. Look at how good it looked for Mario, and now that's not the same. And bit of an engagement here. Vertex forcing the issue. Mario gonna retreat down this little pathway. Running to the right, avoiding danger, but gets caught up. Takes a bit of free damage there. Never really good. As the economy for Vertex is booming back at home as well. And I think Vertex knows that that's a weak point, so he's trying to keep Mario occupied. Mario not really willing to run all the way to the east again with his army. This fight's too much. Vertex just has too much. The units in the south are going to be spotted by a sling as well, so now if Mario keeps running, Vertex can just run south. Who has more army? Somehow still Mario has more army? Or does that not update? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not accurate. Because it really does look like, unless I'm missing some army from Mario. Still rebuilding these farms. I don't, yeah, Vertex is just gonna dominate here. Mario not able to produce. Only 4 bills on food. Gets caught out again, and his slingers are getting caught on a little section of forest. And 4 slings are gonna go down. Just trying to buy some time, and that fails. And I think, yeah, I guess that's peak. Yeah, that's peak, just like Vilhai. I always forget that that's the case. I used to check it all the time in other matches, but like I forgot that their armies have been going down in size. Just a slip up from me, but here we have it. Mario's final stand. Where will he make his play? He's gonna try and rat it out. Hold on as long as he can, but I don't think it's going to work. 2 slingers, 3 slingers, I mean, making their way south, going to catch out the 2 farmers down here. Meanwhile, Mario going to try and maybe hold on this hill. Really tough. So you see it, Vertex. Really tough here for Mario. Calls the GG. Really fun game, guys. That was a really fun game. Vertex, though, up 2-0 in this series. Could we see a quick 3-0 from Vertex? Could he show that well in this tournament? In the quarterfinals? Potentially. He's looking dominant. Mario even had like a really good couple minutes. Mario had a really good couple of minutes. Just wasn't able to get it to work. The KD for Vertex, massive. The Vilhai, not really relevant because neither player got back up to that. Vertex looks like he was able to get some more ecotechs. Oh, also Axeman. Right, he upgraded to full Axeman, so that's the 3 there. So Vertex not even able to get the woodchop upgrade. No one able to afford anything this game. No stability. Really good game, though. Really fun game to watch. And I'm going to have to do some adminning here, so let's host game 3. Mario vs. Vertex. Let's think of the server. Uh, that's a good one, I think, for this. All those Mario dips in timeline are him fighting with half his army? Exactly, right? Okay. Alright. Alright, so let's go back to our draft real quickly and think about what the players are going to do. Well, I already have a bit of an advantage because I'm already getting some from the players. Message me your Civ pick. Okay. Message me your Civ pick, Mario. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong page. So that was Shang beating, just absolutely dominating Carth. That's expected, honestly, in the matchup. The cheaper vills just matter so much more, but honestly, that's not really what mattered in this game. That's really not what mattered in this game. That was just domination. Vertex scraping that game back was really impressive. That's a game I'm gonna want to go back and watch, honestly, as a spectator, and just enjoy
Yes.
that because that was really
Start the
special.
game already.
Um, so we have foe. It's Oasis. Roman? Okay, sorry, I had to talk to the players real quick. And let's go. All right. We're good. We're good. I gotta go to this screen. Gotta go to this screen. Yeah, foe versus Minnow. Roman. Foe versus Roman, I mean. All right. Let's see it. Game 3. Do you guys think Vertex can close this out easily? Good evening, Rhino. How are you guys doing? Hi, Matt. Good to see you. Yeah, that was a really nice back and forth match. I agree. I agree. It's now potentially a brutal game coming up. Oasis can either be a nice long sling war or it can be a very, very fast game. It's very rarely anything else. If one of the players decides to rush, the games tend to be fast. It's pretty hard to transition out of a rush, and sling defense is quite strong because the hills are so open and easy to hold. But we'll see. Vertex has a beautiful map. A pit here would be amazing. He's got really, really, really nice stragglers for Oasis. Like, you do not get strags like this on Oasis frequently. That's rare. And he's got 2 elephants. That's really nice. See, look, this is more like Strags, right? Mario's map is more like Strags you're used to. One tree close, and then another one far, and then the next one's like, I don't know, on a different in the next game. Really, really beautiful map for Vertex. If he converts this, I'll be impressed, but not surprised. I mean, Vertex has just been such a strong player for so long. We'll see it though. We'll see it. The Gazelle a little bit tricky there, coming from the north side, where Strags are also located, so these vills kind of bounce the Gazelle away. It's really a frustrating mechanic, but you know, players are good at it at this level. Mario also pulling his Gazelle in. Has one elephant close. We'll see if he spots another one. There's another one to the north that he could find. So the maps overall seem pretty even. If he's able to find this elephant, I mean, he's got a nice hill to hold against Vertex if Vertex comes from the south. But it's not likely he's going to build his barracks there because his stone mines are here. And on Oasis, what you generally do is you build your barracks around your stone somehow in a way that also protects either your TC here or a rebuilt TC on the woodline, right? Those are the general strategies. There are other options, of course, right? Players can do, all out rushing. Obviously, that's always a choice. But we'll see. I mean, Mario, maybe nerves are catching up to him a little bit here. The Ellie lure not going as planned. Neither is this Gazelle lure. It's looking a bit dicey here for Mario as Vertex has found two more elephants actually. So he even lured this one past two more. So he's gonna get four elephants this game. Vertex is going to be in such a strong position. Beautiful strags, good gazelle push, multiple elephants is the key to success. It's a bit of a lottery sometimes, but generally Oasis is much more fair than this. See though, Vertex going to be in a good position likely moving into game 3, and this is just a best of 5, so I mean with this map gen you have to assume that Vertex with the lead here could be looking to close this out. I'm not exactly sure though. We'll have to see. Mario could have some tricks up his sleeve. He's a long-time veteran of the game. He's the higher seed, but I wouldn't call this an upset. What's the meta for Oasis? Is it scouts? No. The meta on Oasis hasn't been scouts in a long time. It was briefly when the map kind of came out, but people have sort of figured out. Hey, Billy, that's really rude. Don't need that in our community. No, screw that. That's just mean. As now Vertex. Double elephant already in. Two more coming. Yeah. The meta is definitely Slings Junus. That's definitely what it's turned to. Don't scouts kill slings in small number? Yeah, but like if it doesn't work, so a lot of the reason this is kind of my philosophy on it, and you can correct me if you think I'm wrong, but basically the reason I don't think it works is on Oasis, your economy tends to be a lot more concentrated, right? And scouts actually don't do well there. Scouts do better in situations where um like eco is really spread out, right? When eco is really spread out, scouts can pick off individual vills and like be really disruptive. But when your whole economy is one woodline, right? When your whole economy is one woodline and you're building all your farms like right next to it and you have your barracks and your stone close, like this is what Vertex is going to be looking to do here. His whole economy is going to be on this screen for the rest of the game, right? So what are you going to do as scouts? How are you going to utilize the mobility to do anything successful? If the first initial hit doesn't work, it's just not going to be strong enough. And the fastest hit isn't scouts, it's axemen who kind of operate under the same principle. So you'd rather do the axeman play because it even better than that, it also you're not building stables which are worthless in tool age other than those scouts, right? Whereas if your axe rush fails, maybe you could transition into slingers afterward out of the barracks. So it's kind of like in general, I think that slinger is just far more reliable, and it makes a ton of sense why players are doing it now. Although I will say, I miss the days of the scout rush on this map. When we had Duel in the Desert, the tournament way back then, on Oasis, that whole 1v1 tournament, the Classic Cup from 2 years ago now, there was a lot of meta being developed around Oasis, and I think that's kind of where it kind of got decided, like that, no, scouts really don't work long term in most games. Players were doing it, but it didn't work long term. And so here we just have a pretty standard game here so far, as both players just going to try and macro up their Vil count, try not to fall too far behind in eco, while never falling behind in sling count. And we'll see which hill players end up camping, right? You can see that there's these large open hills kind of surrounding the map, right? If we zoom all the way out, like big hills everywhere. So the players likely going to just camp this. And this is something we'll see in basically every game, every series for the rest of the tournament, right? We're in the quarterfinals. We have one more quarterfinal, not after this today, but later this week. And because it's the third game, we're always going to get an Oasis game. So this is something to keep an eye out for if you're really interested in those strategies. I'm a huge fan of Oasis. It's definitely my favorite map to watch because the openness just makes it really about what the players are doing. As now these first two slingers do come out though for Vertex. He does have the upgrade first. Mario is a fan of the delayed upgrade. He might be getting it soon, but we'll see when. And Vertex actually going to find the economy. Oh, Mario's just in so much trouble. I mean, I spent a lot of time talking about the strategy of the map, but it still comes down to some elements like this. Like finding the food like this was so good from Vertex. He was scouting pretty aggressively with a few slingers, and while avoiding damage, able to find and disrupt the food eco here. You know, these gazelle are finite; they run out and they're rotting away in the sun. So you gotta get them fast. And now there's gotta be just little bits of raids everywhere. Look at these little yellow guys. Little yellow guys, that sounds pretty bad. These little slingers running around the edge of Mario's base. Gonna be looking for any of those extraneous vills on Gazelle like that. Is now Mario gonna be stuck with an awkward transition, and I mean Vertex with so much food in the bank from those 4 elephants, just gonna be so comfortable now. On 3 racks easily. Chopping away wood in the middle now, and the fight in the center is going to go for him as well. He's outnumbering Mario. Actually, Mario, though, with really good micro, forcing the missed shots from Vertex. But Vertex just has more units everywhere. And a lot of this was about the map, which is sad to see for Mario. But a lot of this game, a lot of AoE1 at a high level like this is managing the difficulties your map presents, and I think Mario's just not going to be able to do it here. This looks really tricky. I mean, maybe I'm calling it too soon, though. 6 on 6, 7 on 6, I mean, and Mario has the HP advantage. Maybe he can take a win here, but without the upgrade, it's going to be tricky for him to get the positions he wants in these engagements. Vertex with equal pump, equal pop, and the upgrade already for range and attack. It's really good. So now, Vertex. Hmm. He's got these 5 slings in the back, which I really like. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I would say, Bisu. He's got all these spots. He's got all these spots to pressure from, and he's going to come in and prod and poke on the north and the south at the same time. He's trying to get this raid on the farms, but Mario, veteran player, really wise to the game here, knows what Vertex is trying to do. Could take the fight now up the hill, but so can Vertex. Vertex snatches the front of the hill away from Mario. Mario now on the back foot, doesn't have enough slingers to defend this. Has to pull his last 2 hunters away. Doesn't really have the food income to sustain pump just yet. Mario looks like he's struggling here, barely producing enough. Vertex, though, comfortably with 3 in queue, could add 2 more racks now, and that would probably end it. As he pushes into the farms. Oh, Mario. You were so close last game. And now it just looks so awkward. This is such a tight position to play. You can see his economy is just stretched so thin, walking so far to this wood line. But it's so tricky. It's so tricky to manage this. Still can't afford the upgrade. Still can't afford the upgrade. And yeah, Vertex is just going to come in for the kill here now. This is any moment now. The next fight is going to be pretty decisive. Mario adding some more houses to replace the ones he's losing from this hill. Vertex taking his time here. Has all the game in his hands. That's really funny, Matt. I like that rhyme. What's that from? So now. Oh, getting over it. I didn't play that. And now, oh boy, Vertex taking the fight. Mario trying to take the engagement, but is unable to. Turns now that the hill is gone, but still no upgrade. I think at this point Mario forgot about the upgrade. Just under all this pressure, wasn't able to get it, and he calls the GG 3-0 really fast. I thought this was going to be like a 5-game series, hour-long matches, but my gosh, Vertex really dominated in these games. And I think game 2 really solidified a lot of that, of how this whole series went. That game 2 was just incredible from Vertex. Like, he was on the back foot multiple times. His economy was smaller for most of the game, if not all of it. And he still managed to overcome Mario's map presence and awareness. And it was just really impressive stuff. Great games, guys. But yeah, thank you all for coming out today. We're going to call the stream here.
Don't have a ton of time, so I'm not gonna stick around for much longer. But thank you all. Really appreciate some of the follows, some of the new peeps, and I'm gonna bounce here.